All right, what's up, guys? We're here in Austin, Texas. We just landed. We're here to shoot our 50th episode with Brian Luebben. He helps people quit their jobs in 6 to 24 months with buying businesses and commercial real estate. We asked him about a year ago to come on the podcast. He said he wouldn't do it until we got to 50, and we got to 50 episodes. We said, all right, we're coming to see you, and here we are.
All the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits. Yeah, gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah, better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out.
9 months ago, we started a podcast, and I can't believe we're here. We're 50 episodes in. We're recording the 50th today. We've got one of the biggest guests we've ever had on our podcast. We flew out from Raleigh to Texas to interview him in person because we were serious about doing the interview with him. Me and Graham have been looking forward to this forever. We started this to document our journey. You know, we hadn't bought a single commercial deal, but we knew it was possible, and we wanted to help others and document our journey on the way. And so, flash forward to about a year now. We've bought 2 deals ourselves and bought 4 deals with the firm that we're with, and it's just been an incredible ride, and I can't wait to share the rest of it with you guys.
Super hype right now. We're going to interview Brian Lubin. He's got a massive online community about basically financial freedom. I read his book in the middle of one of the examination periods of one of our deals, and he said, I think you can replace your income with your job in 6 to 24 months. And we were kind of teetering back and forth on whether or not we want to pursue that deal and proceed with it. And, I said, I was like, if he says you can do that, screw it. Let's do it. Let's close this deal and let's move on. So, he's definitely been a big inspiration. Yeah, I'm other Jesse. Good to meet you, man.
They flew in from Carolina?
Yep.
North Carolina?
Yeah, he's in Raleigh.
I'm in Raleigh, yeah.
Man, y'all got the setup even more than me. Yeah, this one looks great on video. Like when this is my third or fourth with them. Yeah, it just looks wonderful on video with the aesthetics and everything.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Super excited.
Hey, I'm nervous, man.
Yeah, right.
800 some odd episodes myself.
That's jeez.
Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, you just eventually start to speak in podcasts.
All right, guys. We got you going a little early.
Cool.
So recording started. You can start whenever you're ready.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Commercial Real Estate Blueprint Podcast. I reached out to Brian Lubin, who's obviously massive. If you guys don't know who he is, he's got, an awesome podcast, an awesome community, just a really cool guy. We wanted to interview him. So I reached out in the very beginning of our podcast journey, and I was like, hey, would you come on our podcast? And I respect your answer so much. He said, absolutely, but get to 50 first.
All the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits. Yeah.
At the beginning, I talk a lot about this thing called vivid vision, which is where I'm like, okay, screw real estate investing, screw stock market, screw business buying, what do you freaking want? So everyone's pissed off because they're anxious all the time. They don't feel like they're making any progress. They don't feel like they're getting anywhere. And you're like, dude, where's this all coming from? It's because you never actually defined what the end destination was. My advice to anybody in their 20s or 30s is the biggest risk that you can take is taking no risk. Employment is literally signing on the dotted line a contract that says, I am going to give you, Mr. Corporation, time away from my friends, my family, myself, my relationship, in order for security.
Awesome.
Boom, beautiful. Be crystal clear about okay, cool, so this is what my person's going through. Here's the different sections of it, and I'm gonna try to tie everything back that this guy's saying back to a pain point that my guy has.
Yeah.
So you did that a few times, and I was like, that's good.
So we just wrapped up with Brian Lubin. First impressions of him, super nice guy. Comes across pretty much exactly like he does in the podcast. It's so cool to be able to connect with really cool entrepreneurs like him and a lot of the ones we've had on the podcast. We started the podcast originally to be able to, one, learn from awesome people who've done what we want to do already, and then also just network. It's a good networking tool. We haven't had a lot of virtual podcasts, but when you actually go and meet the person in person, face to face, it's just so much different. there's so much more of a connection there. You actually build a relationship with the person. You become friends. It's not just like an interaction where you have a quick little podcast. So you become friends with them. So, he invited us to dinner, which is sick. We're about to go out to dinner with him. Really generous guy, really genuine, learned a lot. The podcast, he dropped a lot of value in the podcast. So if you're watching this is going to be like the documentation of us coming here in our 50th episode, but go check out the podcast actual episode. I'm going to link it here. And, one of the main goal is to help other people who are either a little bit behind us or maybe even the same spot as us. So like our goal is to build a commercial real estate portfolio that supports a lifestyle that we can do what we want, with who we want, where we want, all that stuff. And for me, most importantly, it ties back to my family. I want to spend time with my family and my kids while they're young and enjoy that, be able to do what I want to do while working on the things I love doing, which is business. But the point of the podcast was to document our journey and ask questions about building a commercial real estate portfolio so me and Jesse can achieve that goal, so that then you can go and do that yourself. You can listen to what we're talking about, asking these questions related to where you're at in your journey, trying to hit the whole gamut. So the people who have got a $100 million portfolio, $300 million portfolio, but also we've interviewed people who've just got their first deal, their second deal, maybe their third deal, or maybe they don't even have a deal yet, but they're working on it.
Honestly, it's just been a super blast. I think my biggest takeaway of everything that he said was clarity means everything, and if you don't know exactly what you want, then you're just going to be really confused. And I feel like that's a lot of people when they start, is they have no idea what to do and they just don't jump in. So if you're new, just jump in. You'll figure it out as you go.
We have a big guest. Man, what was I gonna say? Hold on. I don't know why I'm having this. I think it's because there's so many people around. Yeah. I don't like having so many people around. Should I hold it or should I clip it? What are you filming? So easy.
Yeah, but I like it. The problem is, what's the purpose of this? Like what I'm filming on. So he's grabbing my leg. Go for it. Are you just filming this whole time?